So, guys, Papa Gut. I just got off stream. And then of course I see this what must be an incredible banger from Boogie. Oh, my response: Boogie deserves his downfall. SunnyV2. Um, this came 4 hours ago, and as you can see here, 6 days ago is when the video came out. First criticism, Boogie. Why didn't you just react to the full video? Sit down, have a fun reaction. One of the things you got to learn to do is laugh at yourself, especially when you maybe do some goofy stuff. But all right, let's see how this banger goes. Let's get it going.
Fan of mine, you probably.
All right, relax.
If you're a fan of mine,
first of all, just to be, this is a good picture of Boogie, by the way. This thing right here, I gotta put my hand in the frame. This is actually a decent looking. I know it's not actually him. Well, it's like a rendition of him. Whatever, a drawing. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's a rendition of him. It's a drawing, but it looks good. And one of those things that people should like, everything priming is getting your audience ready for like a video or something. And, one thing people do a lot is use a less flattering picture of them. This is a flattering picture. It's decent. You know what I mean? I gotta give SunnyV2 a little credit. He wasn't trying to completely, diarrhea on Boogie, it looks like.
you probably have seen this video recommended to you. You might have even watched it.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people have asked me to react to it.
Yeah.
And today I thought I would. I feel like it's important I do. I normally don't watch these types of videos about me.
Why?
Because sometimes they contain misinformation and outlandish claims.
But yeah, then re-inform people and make money while you're doing it.
But I'm a fan of Sunny's, and I watch most of it.
Cringe, dude. Come on, bro. You think that? Listen. Sorry. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Maybe I'm misinformed. Maybe I'm making an inaccurate assertion. Do you think he's actually a fan of SunnyV2? Or do you think that he's saying he's a fan of SunnyV2 to make it seem like, he's, I don't know, like a little bit of a, I really like this guy. I can't believe he's talking this shit about me. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, how much of it is true that he's a fan versus how much of it is just like kind of an attempt to try to, deflect criticism a little bit. I'm just saying, SunnyV2 has kind of dunked on Boogie a few times. I'd be surprised if he was a true fan. Show me your, which ones have you watched, Boogie? Show me. Go over to his page and show me, because look at this. I watched this one. I was going to watch this one, but I got other content. Apparently, I watched this one. I didn't even know that. I watched Nickelback. I'm a bigger fan. Actually, here or there. He's not bad. He's a solid creator.
Of his videos, and I trusted him to get it right. So I clicked on the video, and it is surprising.
He's a good creator. I trusted him to get it right.
Amazing how accurate he got it. He's wrong about a few things here and there.
Oh,
but for the most part, I was very humbled by watching this video. At the beginning of the video, he talked about.
I know I'm being like a little silly, but it's like, Dross, why is this so loaded? Just kind of like watch. Hey, yeah, I saw the video. Just watch it.
About
it isn't that serious. You know what I mean? It feels like the energy is carrying, as if he was the one who was denying the Holocaust. As if Kanye West has reacted to the SunnyV2 video about Boogie. I'm just kidding. A little bit of a cheek and tongue on that one. No, but just like be a little fun with it. Like you don't have to act like everything is the biggest deal in the whole world.
How I came from no
Very
money,
expressive.
And the videos that I made that were personal about myself were always positive and uplifting, and I seemed to be quite the optimist, and that
Optimist Prime
eventually changed, and it did. It did. In 2017, I got divorced. I got a gastric bypass surgery. Internet sentiment turned against me.
Internet cinnamon. Yep.
In that year, I
know I'm pausing a lot. I'm having a lot of fun, I guess. I don't know why. I'm in like a little bit of a goblin mode. I'm like overtired. It looked like, from what I saw in SunnyV2's video, and maybe it's inaccurate, but it seemed like the reason that Boogie started to fall off was because he lost his wife and his partner. To me, I can understand it can be very easy to become terminally online when you're an online creator. And my wife grounds me. And so that would make sense to me if he lost her and then all of a sudden he kind of just started to go a bit goblin mode, as we like to say. So I wouldn't doubt that. Or I wouldn't doubt that. You need somebody, whether it's a partner or a friend or whatever, that you can keep you grounded in reality, especially as a creator, like an online, personality. So you don't go too terminally online, man. So I think Boogie may have lost that. Maybe that's what happened.
A cynical, bitter, shitty,
Speed of this.
Terrible person.
Terrible
person. Who I was. And when Sunny showed that in the video, I realized that he was right. In fact, I've known it
kind of hot.
And normally this is where I would make excuses for that behavior. But there really is no excuse for that behavior. To become that person, to think that way, and then put that on my YouTube channel was self-destructive and idiotic, and that's what I did, and I have to live with that for the rest.
This guy like apologized for this already, because I feel like if I had apologized for it, I'd be like, yeah, I was kind of an asshole back then, but I've already apologized for that. So it's like, I get why he did it to show full context, but come on, bro. That's what I would have said.
Rest of my life. I faced the divorce.
Rest of my life.
Internet hate. I faced my gastric bypass surgery and losing my coping mechanism of food. But instead of rising to that challenge, instead of being the optimist, instead of being the positive person that I'd always been, I let it spiral out of control, and I indulged myself, and I became self-defeating and self-loathing, and I hated myself, and I hated the world, and I hated being alive.
Okay.
And instead of fighting that by getting therapy and getting medication and going into rehab and getting better, I just ran with it. I just ran right down the rabbit hole into oblivion.
Like food rehab? I don't know.
And irrelevance. And fuck, that was stupid. Every time we face a challenge, we make a choice. Whether we do it consciously, subconsciously, but we do it instinctually, it doesn't matter. You make a choice. And the choice I made was self-destruction. The choice I made was the wrong one. In 2020, I tried to get better. I stopped live streaming. I started uploading only one video a week. I started intense therapy. I started medications. I started journaling every day and doing worksheets every day and getting better.
Did this guy remove some of his videos? Why does it feel that way?
I had a pretty major setback in September when I interacted with a very negative and bad person, and that person showed up on my front lawn.
Oh, true.
And I'm not going to talk too much about that, but I will say it served a very important breaking point for me where I had to get better from that moment forward. I had to get better, or otherwise I was going to jail. So I doubled down on the therapy, doubled down on the medication, and tried to learn how to be a better person. Okay. And Sunny was right. I was not smart with my money. I mean, I bought a lot of collectibles, obviously, which is a good thing because I can resell these, and I have been slowly reselling these to make ends meet over the last year.
Kind of does look like a little empty back there. Okay.
But on top of that, I gambled in crypto and lost.
Based.
I traveled. I spent money on people that I shouldn't have spent it on and doing things I shouldn't have done.
Who'd you spend it on?
And I have to live with that regret for the rest of my life because I really wish I had that security now. And I don't. And I could try to blame somebody else for investing in a shit coin that they told me was going to be good. But
well, you can't really.
And I could try to blame somebody.
Yeah, you could try, but you couldn't really do it. I mean, like you dunked on yourself on that one, brother. You can't really blame somebody else for that.
Else for investing in a shit coin that they told me was going to be good.
I mean, I feel like, bro, listen, I might be overlooking at some of the words, so forgive me. Maybe I'm being not charitable enough. But when he says he could blame it on somebody else, I feel like it's a subtle shot at blaming someone else while trying to make it seem like he's being morally superior by not blaming someone else. Because I don't think that any reasonable person could blame. You're a grown man that spent your money poorly. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm reaching too much. Maybe I'm getting too maybe I'm not being charitable enough to Boogie. I don't know. But
I'm the one who hit the buy button. I'm the one who flew to LA. I'm the one that flew to New York.
We know that. Yeah.
I'm the one who spent his money.
Okay.
I can't point the finger at anybody else. I'm the one who fired a gun that made me spend $27,000 in legal fees to stay out of jail. That's me.
I should have just called the cops, brother.
Now here I am, several years into therapy, several years into medication, several years into practicing those techniques, and I've gotten better.
Okay.
But I'm pretty far from perfect. I'm pretty far from the person that I was.
This doesn't really seem like a response to the video. You should have just had the video running and just responded to it. Been a little fun,
2015, 2016. I think a lot of the things that have happened to me have irrevocably changed part of me. But I am more optimistic than I've been in a really long time. I feel more positively than I have in a really long time. I'm learning to like myself. I'm learning to forgive myself. It's a slow process because I'm really angry at myself. I'm really mad at myself.
That does sound verified.
I look back at who I was in 2018, 2019, and I see an angry, bitter troll of a man who is literally delusional, not living in reality, not connected to actual reality. And I fucking hate that was me. I hate it. And I don't blame anybody else for hating it. Sunny, as well as Charlie and Muda and all these other people, have all said, if I make better content, I have a chance.
Yeah,
And
no shit, dude. Of course it's true. This guy doesn't have to make good content. This is one of the things that bothers me. This is one of the things that bothers the fuck out of me about Boogie, is that he still gets decent video views, even though half the time he's fucking clickbaiting himself, you know, whatever going on. I'm sorry that's happening. I'm not okay. But bro, like, live stream for like an hour or two a day. Pick a couple of silly videos to fully watch. You don't even have to make good content. You have enough nostalgia to get you through. I'm not kidding. Like, you're still pulling like, you know, 20 to 50, even 70K views on a video. You know what I mean? On these 10-minute videos, you could do fine, but you're not. It doesn't seem like you're putting in a whole lot of work. You seem to kind of like maybe find something and then talk about it half-heartedly for 10 minutes, and then you're done. Like, you know, talk about 3 things half-heartedly a day instead of bro, for real. Like, you're so fortunate with what you can do. There's still so many people that actually do like you, and like, so many people are this is the thing that's so unique about Boogie, is so many people are just ready to just stop, to just not hate you anymore. I truly feel that way, because it's just so fucking annoying when we come on and we hear another fucking Boogie pity party. When this motherfucker, dude, you didn't need to make such a fucking, like, sad video here. Like, oh, guys. And maybe you're being genuine, and maybe you're not. Maybe there's a mixture between the two. Maybe part of you's hammered it up because now it's like ingrained into your fucking brain to like sympathy farm. I don't know. But bro, you could have done like a lighthearted response. You could have been like, "Yeah, this sucks." Like, I don't know. Every moment that I see from Boogie is a sad moment, and like, it just makes it seem like either I don't know. It comes off as ingenuine sometimes. I'm not even trying to be rude, but you're in like a really solid spot that you think you're not comparatively. Like, yeah, your views suck compared to 4 million, but who fucking cares? You got like 55,000 views a video. Bro, you could easily do like a silly little live stream and like have fun. Like, you could fucking live stream the fucking 4 days a week. Do it 2 or 3 hours a day, you know, after, and like, whatever, talk about stuff, you know, talk about farts. I don't know, post content. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to come back to the old days. You don't have to try to like go back to the Francis character, because you can't do it anymore. And I'm gonna be real with you. We're not comparable. Obviously, you've hit a success I never will. But like, when I was on TikTok, like, I can't do that like I used to anymore. Like, I got banned off there. I'm a different person. I can't do the same confidence. I can't have the same fun. It's just not there anymore for me. You know, you just move on, grow up a little bit. Not in a minute. I'm not trying to be insulting when I say grow up. Just like, grow your content. It's okay. You don't have to try to get back to the million view videos. Just like aim for the 20, 30,000 view videos. It's still really good. Like, you know, start a podcast or something. Just do something. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I think that means I'm definitely going to have to stop doing the personal content.
That would be good.
I know that's going to be disappointing to a lot of you, because I've trained you to really like that content and watch.
You trade them? What are you fucking? What the hell are you talking about? You trade them?
That content, and it doesn't mean I won't do it at all. It just means I'm going to do far less of it, and instead talk about interesting shit that doesn't come across as manipulation, doesn't come across as poor pity me. I don't want to talk about my money. I don't want to talk about my mental.
This comes across like that, Boogie. And I don't know if it's just like, I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because it's true, or maybe, you know, maybe there's just something going on with the way you talk. I don't know.
Health. I want to keep that between me and my therapist, and I made this decision in therapy last night. My therapist agrees. This is probably the best path for me. If it's just,
is your therapist from BetterHelp? That's funny, Pop guy.
Disappointing to you guys, I'm sorry.
Funny guy.
I'll find a way to communicate with you about that stuff, even if it's membership, a second channel, something like that.
Okay. Sure.
But as long as I'm still a bitter, cynical asshole, I want to keep that to myself and my therapist. But going back to Sunny's video, looking at the video, I realized how...
Did he put therapy in his list of monthly expenses that he had? I'm just wondering. I'm not trying to be that guy. I just where was it? What is it? Is it what video did he put up there where it was like, "Oh, I'm a stinky boy"? It was this one, right? Let's see. I guess doctor's visits, maybe. Health insurance, car, water, mortgage. I feel like it's not in there. I feel like that was something else. Maybe I'm wrong. Food was not on here.
Obsessed with my money I became after my divorce, how bitter and angry I had become, how cynical, and how my content reflected that. And I've been working to change that for a while.
Yeah.
But it shows me how desperately it needs to change.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to put positivity into the world, and I've put a lot of negativity in it. And I don't want to be that person anymore. So I'm going to go do some...
I don't know why that sounded like a weird sentence.
It needs to change. Because I always wanted to put positivity into the world, and I put a lot of negativity in it. And I don't want to...
It's really not that deep. It's not that deep, bro. It doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't have to be that fucking deep, bro. You know what I mean? Okay, listen, maybe I'm just in like a weird overtired state and I'm being too aggressive, and I'm sorry. But it doesn't have to have this energy. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you've had a rough time, shit sucks. I get it. Talk, do your thing. But I want to put positivity in the world. I put so much negativity in it. It's just I don't think I don't think it has to be that deep, brother. I think that would just take a deep breath and be like, yeah, I want to be more positive. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too much. Maybe I'm just being too much.
So I'm going to go do some worksheets and some journaling and try to get better. And I have a second therapy session this Friday, so I'm excited to do that. And I'm going to continue to work on getting better. And when it comes to what I'm going to upload to this channel, I'm not going to talk about my money anymore. I'm not going to talk about my financial shit. I'm not going to talk about my mental health shit. And if I do talk about any of that, I'm only going to speak about it positively. Because that's what you guys deserve. Hell, that's what I deserve. I want to be better. I want to do this job better. For those of you who've checked me back out after that video, I really appreciate you. For those of you who've left mean or negative comments, I appreciate that too, because I know it comes from a place of some level of constructive criticism. For those of you who stuck by my side this whole time, God bless you.
Hey, God bless you. You watching my content, Booger? I look weird like that. I can't do that anymore. Have you been watching my content? It's just a weird, listen, it's just weird to me because I'm always like, hey, God bless you to everybody now. That's what I say all the time. God bless you. I don't know. A little bit of, we'll see as time goes on.
I really appreciate you guys. That said, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I will speak with you again soon.
All right, well, enough of these sad fucking videos. Because they don't come off as sad anymore. They come off as like a little, like, come on, bro. Come on. They do. At least you still have people who are eating it up. So that's cool. All right, Pogger.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.